everybody. This is Megan with Goddess Elite bringing you a much looked for review. This is finally much awaited for, and I'm excited to say I've been a fan of the show for years. Watched every episode, and I'm gonna fall a little bit out of touch since, it's an older series, but still, nobody can resist the Supernatural Tarot. Okay. This deck just recently got out. We got a lot of copies into the store, and we do have quite a few copies, so head on in and grab yours. Fans of the show are going to absolutely love this deck. I've gone through it and can say that they really hit, especially with the major arcana, all of the characters. They matched up to the cards of the major arcana really well. And the minor arcana are really fun too. I'm going to leave those for you guys to look at once you get the deck. But I am going to go over the major arcana. Okay. This is probably not one of the best decks for somebody who is just beginning to read. There's a lot, but if you've been a fan of the show, get it. You'll still enjoy it. Because there's a lot of imagery in here that you have to know from the show to really understand and get how they did some of the genius things they did in this deck. So, okay, anyway. We are going to start off, and I'm going to reference the book here if I need to, but Salmon Dean as the Fools. So it's not a singular fool, as the Fools, as they set off early in their career, monster hunting and walking down the road solo. You're going to love the colors in these cards. It's just going to be blues, blacks, and reds. Different shades of blues, blacks, and reds. So very, very stark, easy to read on the black background, really carries over the energy of the show. So I think it's really well done. Oh, I'll give you the back too. The back is one of those sigils that they used in more of the sigils in the background. And of course, you've got the pentagram, which is there. And I think that's the same pentagram that they used when they opened and closed, when they opened that thing and they flamed the pentagram on the screen. I think that's the same one. Okay. So the Fools, Salmon Dean. The Magician is none other than God. Okay. I think that speaks for itself, but the Magician as God. Now the High Priestess is going to be Rowena. Do you remember the witch, Rowena? One that was so troublesome. So we have the witch as Rowena, as the High Priestess. The Empress, you have to know, has got to be Mom. So that is Mom, of course. And then the Empress has to be John Winchester himself as the Emperor. The Hierophant is I'm just going to look this up real quick because I did not remember seeing this part later on. But this is where, what was her character's name again? Billy. Oh yeah, Billy. Remember the whole sequence with the Reapers? And they're the ones who, well, we know this. If I have to explain it, then we're just kind of losing things. It's getting late anyway. But anyway, Billy, the Reaper, is the Hierophant. she becomes the new Death after, the episode where, well, I don't want to give any spoilers in case you haven't seen the series. Why would they need a new Death? Sam and his girlfriend. I'm going to show my ignorance here because I just read her name a moment ago and then I forgot. Jessica, Sam and Jessica as the lovers. A great image, especially knowing what happened to Jess. And then you feed that into that image of the lovers and how there can sometimes be that inherent tragedy and that bittersweet thing in love. So a really good card. I think they picked that really well. The Chariot has to be that car. Okay. This card I really love. I never remember the character's name. But you guys are going to absolutely love this. Do you remember the whole sequence with the vampires? So there's one vampire who ends up being like their friend who's like a good vampire. His name's Benny. Benny and strength. Holy jeez, this card makes tons of sense. We have got a vampire who is controlling that animalistic monster kind of drive within him to be the killer, and has that strength to be good. This card rocks. I'm sorry, but they got this card right. Okay. And there is only one person who could play the role of the Hermit. Everybody say it with me. Come on. Bobby. I know you would. Bobby plays the role of the Hermit. Wow. Just wonderful. Bobby was the one who was the bringer of light, who helped them get through all of the challenges when they got stuck. Bobby was the bringer of light, the Hermit. God, that's a great card. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but you guys remember the rabbit's foot, the lucky rabbit's foot, the wheel of fortune. So it's that rabbit's foot, the one that you'd have. Great, that was the funniest episode too. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but that rabbit's foot, that's just like the wheel of fortune, isn't it? They nailed that one so tight. Okay. Couple of sheriffs in this one. I'm not going to look up the book just to do the sheriffs, but there's a couple of different sheriffs. One is going to be Justice, and the other one is going to be, Judgment. But anyway. And the character that we all love the most has to play the Hanged Man. There's just, your heart goes out to this character. From the very first time you meet him, and then as you see him develop as a character and become more human, has to be Castiel. That to me is like a tearjerker. All the episodes seen with him has to be Castiel. They just couldn't do anybody else. And Death has to be Death. The original Master Reaper himself is Death. Temperance is another law officer. And the devil has to be Lucifer. Has to be in the cage, from how we know her. And I think this last card here I'm picking up is, I'm going to check, I think it's Anna, I think it's her name. But I'm going to check just to make sure I get it right. Amara, I got it close. Amara is the tower. Real good example of the tower. Amara. Love that. This card nails it too. This is this happens to be, you remember that kid? Anyway, Jack, who is Lucifer's son, who changes sides and helps to be a servant of light and bring light to the world as the star. That's just wonderful. Okay, the moon. We all know the moon. So the moon is that idea of illusion, that idea of like that ephemeral, like following illusion, tricky kind of stuff. And let's follow that along. Trickster. Do you guys remember the episodes with the trickster, Gabriel? Great character to use for the moon. They nailed this deck. Come on, guys. Absolutely nailed this deck. And I didn't even have to look up his. And who could not love Charlie as the son? Who could just not love that? And then we have the asshole. Not Crowley. Then we have Michael. Yeah, Michael. Michael as Judgment. Says it all, guys. Really says it all. And the last one is the world. Sam and Dean's world through the driver's seat as they go everywhere they do. This just the major arcana. They just nailed. And you're gonna ask, well, where's Crowley and where are all these other, where are the prophets? Where are all these other people? Well, I'm going to run through just a few and let you see. But, so the King of Bones, you guys know who that is. I'm not going to name all these people. But a lot of them show up in the court cards. Okay. The court and, well, the pip cards, the minor arcana and the pip cards are a unique mixture of single, of not lots of imagery of just the numerics, but they're mixed with like the 3. And we go back to the 4, which is just going to be single bones. And you guys know him as the 5. And I'm not going to go through all of these guys, but I know you're waiting to see this one. And I have to show him because I love him. I think he's one of the best characters in the show. So I have to show this card. The King of Pentagrams. Crowley. I love Crowley. Anyway. Okay, I've taken long enough. kind of showing this deck off. You guys really need to run out and get a copy of this. Fans of the series, listen, if you've never even read a tarot card in your life, you will want to get this because it kind of just tells the story of the whole series, beginning to end, all the way through. This is such a wonderful deck. I can't just stress it enough. Megan here with Goddess Elite again, bringing you the Supernatural Join the Hunt deck, tarot deck. Look for it in our store. Catch you guys later.